Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this August 25th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody had a great Friday out there so far. Everybody has a great Friday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you've got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to talk about your forecast for Saturday and Sunday. Might as well say your weekend forecast. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation. Also, take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location. Also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center overview and storm reports that came in this afternoon. And also, we're going to take a look at Tropical Storm Franklin and several disturbances in the tropical Atlantic. Stick around to the entire video. Also, go back and check out my videos from earlier today and also yesterday afternoon. Check out those videos. The National Hurricane Center did exactly what I said about a tropical wave coming off the African coast. I said they need to mark it for some kind of tropical development possible. Now they have got it up to a 20% of tropical development in the next 7 days. So, but we'll get the details into that, and I'll go over that information. But like I say, check back at I think it was yesterday afternoon video. So go back and check it out. Also, don't forget to check out my other videos as well. New viewers, go ahead and smash that subscribe button today, and you're in. Don't forget to, like I say, don't forget to subscribe. If you watch my video, do not forget to subscribe to it today. Love to have you. Also, like these videos, share these videos on social media and other social media platforms. And let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. And we're going to dive into it now. Here we got quiet conditions over Quebec, Canada, down to Montreal, Toronto, Canada, portion of Pennsylvania, portion of Virginia, and also West Virginia and Ohio, also towards Chicago, Illinois, toward Michigan, Wisconsin, also toward Minnesota, Iowa, back in the portion of South Dakota, Nebraska, North Dakota as well, back to Montana, also across southern Canada, back to Vancouver, Canada region that is. Also into Seattle, Washington, also down towards Oregon and San Francisco, Los Angeles, California. Also into Nevada, portion of Utah and Wyoming. Also down toward the Gulf of California. Also into northern and central Mexico, southern Texas, around the Houston area as well. Alright, we got some showers and storms over in the portion of Oregon through Idaho and the portion of Wyoming and Montana. Same over here in the Dakotas and southern Canada there as well, right along the Canadian-North Dakota border. Alright, we got showers and storms over northwestern Mexico, also in Arizona, New Mexico, into Utah, Denver, Colorado, Kansas, Oklahoma, Dallas, also down toward just northeast of Houston in the Louisiana area. Also into the Florida Panhandle, down into the Florida Keys, Miami area, through the Carolinas, Atlanta, Georgia, up toward Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Missouri, over toward Ohio as well. Also up to Washington, D.C. and the Virginia, also Philadelphia, New York, Boston area, New Hampshire, New York State, also into Maine as well for showers on your Saturday. Alright, here's your Sunday forecast now. As you can see, we got quiet conditions over Quebec, Canada, and the portion of northern Maine, through Montreal, Toronto, Canada, also in the portion of Ohio, down to Chicago, Illinois, into Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois, Missouri, Nebraska, Iowa, back into South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana. Also across southern Canada, back toward the Vancouver region as well, towards Seattle, Washington, Idaho, Oregon. Also in towards San Francisco, Los Angeles, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, the Gulf of California, also down into northern and central Mexico as well. And there's Tropical Storm Franklin as well. Alright, we got showers and storms extended all the way along the Canadian border from North Dakota back into Minnesota, also toward northern Michigan around Lake Superior. Also in the Wisconsin, Minnesota as well, and through the Dakotas. Also over here in portion of Idaho, through Montana, down to Wyoming, Denver, Colorado, back to Arizona, New Mexico, toward Dallas and Houston, down to the Gulf of Mexico, toward Havana, Cuba, Miami, Florida. Also over toward Atlanta, Georgia, Columbia, South Carolina, up toward Kentucky and Tennessee, back to Kansas. Also in the portion of Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, Boston, up toward New Hampshire, as well into New York State, for showers and storms on your Sunday. Alright, let's move on to the weather radar across the nation. We got showers and storms up here in southeast Canada, back through Maine. Scattered about through New York State, also some up toward New York City, also into a portion of Rhode Island as well. Also down in southeast Georgia. Also got another little cluster of showers and storms over here in portions of Ohio, Kentucky, and the portions of West Virginia. And we got scattered activity in Mississippi, Alabama, through Louisiana, Texas, also back into portions of Arkansas, Missouri, also into portions of Iowa as well. Got some scattered showers up here, like I said, up here around the Great Lakes region and the Wisconsin back over toward Michigan. We got more scattered showers and storms extended from North Dakota through Kansas, Nebraska, down in Oklahoma, back over to New Mexico, Wyoming, Colorado, Wyoming, also Utah, Arizona, Nevada, Idaho, Montana, and over toward Washington State, also around the Vancouver, Canada region as well, and also across northern Mexico, down in southern Mexico, and some scattered activity around the Florida Keys. This activities in southern Georgia will move into northern Florida. All right, let's take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location across the nation. All right, as you can see, we got over here in Washington State, we got some air heat advisory, red flag warning still in effect for you guys. Got some air quality alert for Oregon. Also down in, we got some excessive heat watches in effect for portions of California. Excessive heat warnings also for Southern California, much of Arizona as well. Some special weather statements in portions of Montana. Flood watches in effect for portions of Wyoming and Colorado. Also into portions of Kansas, Nebraska, and a few counties here in portions of New Mexico. All right, we got some special weather statements up here in Wisconsin. River flood warning still continue for South Dakota. We still got some flood advisory, flood warnings in effect for portions, and flash flood warnings in effect for portions of Kentucky. Also in the orange areas, shaded areas here, this is heat advisory across portions of the Carolinas, also into Georgia, northern Florida, Florida Panhandle, much of Alabama, portions of Tennessee, Kentucky, also into portions of Indiana, also over portions of Arkansas, Oklahoma, and central Texas. Special weather statement for you guys in South Texas. The Burgundy area here, from Iowa through Illinois, through portions of Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, much all of Mississippi, all of Louisiana, much of Arkansas. Portions of Iowa, you have a heat, that's excessive heat warning with heat index reaching about 110 to 116 degrees in that region for heat indices in that area. All right, we got to take a look at Alaska. Got some special weather statements there. Some flood watches in effect to the south. Wind advisories there. South side of the Hawaii and Chain Island, gale warning is there. North side looks A-OK. Storm Prediction Center outlook overview here. As you can see, nothing changed from earlier this afternoon video. Still in portions of Wisconsin and also in the portions of Canada. Also over here in portions of the mid-Atlantic region all the way back to Colorado. There's that slight risk still in effect for you guys in Illinois and Indiana. Got scattered activity, like I said, you've seen on the radar all across the board here. Convective outlook, that's pretty much general thought. Current watches, none are in effect. MDS discussion. They're just talking about maybe some storms could produce some severe weather over portions of Kansas and Nebraska. All right, storm reports as of this afternoon. You can see here we had 0 tornado reports this afternoon. Wind reports was 26 and 0 was high. They took place over portions of Michigan, also in the Michigan, Minnesota, excuse me, also into Nebraska, also into portions of Oklahoma, now into Missouri, also in the portion of Mississippi, Illinois, Indiana, also up into Kentucky, and also in the portions of Ohio as well. All right, hail report, we had 4, 0 with large, pretty much took place over here in portions of Kansas, brought the total number to 30, and so I would not be surprised to see some of these numbers here increase as the evening wears on. May go up to around 40 or 50 storm reports come in for today. All right. Fire weather still got. All right. Now let's take a look at the tropics. All right. Here's the 5 p.m. advisory on Tropical Storm Franklin. At 5 p.m. it was located here. Most of the center of rotation of the storm is to the east side of the center. Alright, it still remains a tropical storm through Sunday at 2 p.m. Monday at 2 a.m. it becomes a hurricane. And it remains a hurricane as it passes Bermuda. The cone, Bermuda, you still in the cone of this system. I'm still expecting some hurricane or tropical storm conditions expected across Bermuda as that hurricane continues to brush by the island. Also expect a high rip current risk along much of the east coast of the United States, and also some high tides as well in certain areas from probably North Carolina Outer Banks up to portions of Nova Scotia region as well. And also don't forget some high tides as well, and also some further east you go out into the Atlantic water, got high swells as well. Alright, if you're tracking it home, current position at 5 p.m. with latitude 21.9 north, longitude 67.0 west, maximum sustained winds will remain at 50 miles per hour because of the because of the system kind of lopsided at the moment. And also movement is to the east northeast at 6 miles per hour, which classifies it as a tropical storm with winds of 39 miles per hour to 73 miles per hour for 50 miles per hour winds. Alright, let's take a look at these other disturbances in the tropical Atlantic. Alright, as you can see here, we got a system here. This is the one we're going to be watching here closely. Yeah, the Hurricane Center has a 20% over here. Currently, the system is currently on African coast. That's the one. It was 20% here. I'll show it in a minute. Try to get back to that image. I'll show it to you. Alright, but currently, let's take a look at this here. This is at 2 p.m. Northwestern Caribbean Sea, the Eastern Gulf of Mexico, 93L. I talked about that in an earlier video today. Check it out. If you would like to check it out, go back and check it out as well. Alright, the satellite imagery indicated that an area of low pressure over the northwestern Caribbean Sea is gradually becoming better organized with increased thunderstorm activity and better defined low-level circulation. Environmental conditions appear conducive for further development during the next several days, and a tropical depression is likely to form late this weekend or early next week while it moves generally northward over the eastern Gulf of Mexico. Alright, anybody over the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, western Cuba, and the Florida area should monitor the system as it continues to push to the north. Formation chance through 48 hours at 40%. Excuse me, and formation chance through the next 7 days is high at 80%. Alright, this is the remnants of Emily. Emily's not going to pose no threat to nobody. Like I said in my earlier videos, when I showed the satellite imagery, I seen a cold front moving through. I said Emily will not regain strength, and currently that the Hurricane Center is agreeing with what I said, so that's not going to happen. But anyway, if you say it's going to be a tropical low pressure, so roughly located 1,000 miles east-northeast of Bermuda, the remnants of former tropical storm Emily. It produced an elongated area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Environmental conditions are becoming unfavorable for tropical cyclone formation, and the low is expected to merge with a frontal boundary over the north central tropical Atlantic in the next day or so. So that precludes any tropical development. So it's had a 10% over the next 48 hours and 7 days. Let's take a look at 92L. This organized shower and thunderstorm continues associated with this system midway between the Cabo Verde Island and the northern Leeward Island. Environmental conditions are becoming more conducive for development over the weekend, and a tropical depression could form early next week as the system moves generally northwestward toward the central subtropical Atlantic. Right now, it only has about 20% of development over the next 48 hours and a 50% over the next 7 days. Alright, we're going to talk about that little system coming off the African coast. I'm going to click on their forecast discussion page again for that system, and we'll read a little bit about that tropical system. Okay, this is it right. Tropical wave is forecast to move off the west coast of Africa early next week. Some slow development of the system is then possible late next week, while the system moves westward across the tropical Atlantic. Alright, formation chance through 48 hours, and there's 0% right now because it's still over land. Formation chance through next 7 days, like I said earlier, 20% in the earlier video. So get ready, folks. It's still got more tropical cyclone formation coming, so get ready. But anyway, if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with the latest weather information from the Mike Bass Weather Forecast channel. Also, like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing once again, and we'll catch you back in the next video. Have a great Friday evening, folks.